그냥 말해보면 이거든.
Let's start with the video. Chapter 77. Summary. Joe and Ming are discussing Joe's resemblance to old Joe from Ming's past. Ming is struggling to accept that this person is not the same Joe he knew before. He can't believe there are so many coincidences, and is grasping for an explanation. Ming has been relying on the idea that Joe didn't die to get by, and he can't accept the possibility that he has lost the chance to love Joe. Joe tries to distance himself from Ming's accusations and insists that he is a different person. After their conversation, they board a plane back to Bangkok and sit in silence for the entire flight. Ming appears distant and depressed, and Joe feels jealous and angry towards the person who caused Ming to change. When they arrive in Bangkok, Jim picks them up and takes them to their respective homes. Joe goes to see his mom, Ying, and later finds out that Woot has been trying to contact him. Meanwhile, Ming meets with the private investigator to discuss the investigation into Joe's home burglary. The investigator tells Ming that the lock on the door was not damaged and was likely opened with a key. Ming also agrees to watch surveillance footage with Sewell from the intersection near his home with the investigator to see if they can identify the suspect. He is determined to get to the bottom of this mystery and find out who broke into Joe's home. If you like this kind of video and want more videos, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. Only 6.3% of you had subscribed to my channel. Please subscribe, it will motivate me to make more videos like this. Thank you so much for your attention and participation. Let's continue with the video. Chapter 78. Summary. Joe visited a small restaurant, a place older Joe and Woot often went to in their struggling days. The restaurant, with its small entrance and antiquated decor, has been in business for at least 20 years. Joe and Woot would come here after work, have a meal, drink, and talk about their future lives. Now Joe came to the reserved room where Woot was already waiting. The table was full of food and drinks. Woot wanted to get drunk. Woot asked Joe about Ming and if the rumors were true. Joe admitted it was true, Woot feeling let down. Joe confessed he needed money. Woot, exhausted, told Joe to take the money but not to expect anything else. Woot mentioned that Ming had someone in his heart. Joe and Woot drank heavily, both becoming drunk. Woot asked Joe how he knew about certain things only Woot and older Joe knew. Woot grabbed Joe's collar, demanding to know who Joe really was. Joe, sobbing, apologized. Woot, still holding on to Joe, mumbled about Joe's resemblance to older Joe. Woot mentioned a few things only he and older Joe knew, leaving Joe shocked. The next day, Joe took Ying to the hospital for her dialysis treatment. Ying asked about Joe's marriage. Joe said he was too busy with work. Ying expressed her openness to Joe's homosexuality and just wanted him to be happy. Meanwhile, the surveillance video was being analyzed. Sewell, Woot, and Ming were watching the video, looking for the thief. From 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., Sewell didn't see the suspect. The investigator suggested expanding the time range. The second video showed a person coming out from the side door at 3:37 a.m. Sewell recognized the clothes, but the person wasn't wearing a hat or sunglasses. The person's back looked familiar, and Sewell thought it resembled Joe's back in the music video scene. Sewell, however, told the investigator that it wasn't the thief. The investigator and Ming were surprised. Woot noticed Sewell's change in expression and knew he was lying. After watching the videos, Woot asked Sewell why he lied. Sewell said his brain was a mess and he didn't know how to explain it. Don't forget to share this video and comment your thoughts about the series. Chapter 79. Summary. Joe arrived at Ming's condo and met Mike, Ming's older brother. Mike looked prestigious and promising, and Joe guessed his purpose for coming. Joe didn't care about the condo transfer since he had already received the money for Ying's treatment. He hoped for a quick resolution and to distance himself from Ming. Mike seemed surprised by Joe's calm and unashamed demeanor. He asked about Joe's name, which held negative feelings for him due to its association with Ming's past lover. Mike had come to check on Ming, who seemed to be in a deep Joe's abyss, causing Mike despair. Joe offered Mike food, and Ming returned, looking emaciated. Mike scolded Ming for causing him to worry, and asked about seeing their master. Ming insisted on meeting him after his retreat. Mike and Ming went to the study to talk, and Joe went upstairs, hearing muffled arguments. Later that night, Ming, drunk, climbed into Joe's bed, confessing he missed Joe. Joe felt confused, unsure if Ming truly had feelings for him. He realized that death had changed his perspective, and he no longer desired things he once wanted. Ming's words, once precious, now only brought chills. In the morning, Joe left for work. He encountered Woot and decided to confess the truth after his parents' death anniversary. Joe felt relieved, knowing he would soon be free of his secret. Woot seemed distant, making Joe uncomfortable, unsure of Woot's reaction when he learned the truth. Thank you for watching. If you want to read the novel, then visit patreon.com/blspoilers. The link will be in the description. Special thanks to my legendary supporters: Melanie Harris, Kiara Russell, Rebecca, Anne, Brian Stargell, Chelsea 212, Suzanne 233, Tamara Coomer, Ems T, Maria Lalbakan, Sharon Fong, Martina Bosankova, S. Armstrong, Pipri, ed.